Okay, good morning, guys. Hoping that everybody can hear me clearly. How is my sound, guys? Can you guys drop a text there on the side and just confirm if my sound is good, and then I can definitely get started. See, you've got Chiwi, we've got Godspeed, Just Miles, David Brown, J Pope, Henry Felix. Yeah. Good morning, guys. Well, it's morning in my time. I don't know which time zones you are at. Pre-London. Let's see what we can do before the markets open. So, starting with yesterday's views. Starting with yesterday's trade, we've got UJ, which we took yesterday and closed at, well, it hit maximum 2.3, but at 2 hour 50% was closed, and then broke even just now actually on this candle here. Now, yeah, so not really a fantastic one. I'm still thinking this trade is probably going to drop even lower, so we probably will take another advantage, following the basics and the rules, of course. And I'm estimating it'll probably drop down to this level here at the 109,400. So we'll keep watching it and hopefully find something along the lines. And then we've got gold. Gold also went up pretty well yesterday, hitting 4R. So that is a good trade. I'm still thinking it's going to probably go up all the way, or even the 1834. We'll see how that works out. So whoever got this trade yesterday is still holding. 50% is closed. I think it's 50 and 20% probably still holding. So see how that works out. And then US 30 was one that really played with us yesterday. It eventually tanked, or it will eventually tank, but we missed it. So yeah, we were kicked out of this trade at these levels here. So that was not ideal, but it's the markets, guys. You'll not be right 90% of the time. But when you are right, make sure you grab as much of the profits as possible. So it eventually dropped down to 8R. I'm not sure who actually took the trade, because after that first trade, it was really not ideal anymore. And then the EA, this one hit a stop loss actually. This one hit a stop loss. So it went in, and then stops were added on by stops, triggered on this level, and then I don't think it hit 1R, because if it did, then it would have broke even. Yeah, almost, but yeah, didn't work out. So that's fine. And then eventually dropped, and then it came back up again on the second trade, hitting 3R, which we definitely did not get. And then US oil, this one went in, triggered our trade, hit a stop loss as well. So 0.5 and 0.5, that's like 1% down here, excluding the UJ and the gold trade. So that didn't work out well for us. And then AUD NZD didn't trigger, GN didn't trigger, NU didn't trigger as well, and then USD CHF triggered, and pretty well actually. So I think this is a trade that I wanted to have a chat about, because we got two trades from this actually. But one of the guys that's on the premium channel mentioned that the news hit and then we got stopped. So this trade was triggered at this level. I think that's when I asked people to place the trade. And then at 1R, that's when we moved the stop. And let's just drop down a bit. At 1R, which is around 2R actually. We closed at 50%. And then trade came to break even at this level. It broke even at this level. All 50% of the trade broke even. And then from then on, triggered again here. And it went on, well, it's still running, hitting our 4R. 4R, still running. So Still holding this trade, and then US 100 didn't trigger. So yeah, almost triggered. Still holding this idea, but we'll see how that works out. Awesome, guys. So that's recap from yesterday. What do we have today? Can you guys drop some pairs that you guys want us to look at, and then let's see what we can get for the day. Okay, so this one is still valid. Still hold this trade. You can actually place a sell stop, because when you posted this analysis, I think the price was around this range here, around these levels. So let's see how that works out. But this trade is still valid. We can hold your sell stops here on the US 100. And then we are targeting these levels here. Targeting these levels. And hopefully tank all the way down. So we can place some good sell stops on this indies, which I don't really trade. I'm analyzing because some of the guys in the premium channel were asking me to. And yeah, US 100 still holding. I see somebody wants us to look at the GBP AUD. So let's drop down to GBP AUD. Let me mark that. Okay, so GBP AUD. Let's see what we've got. That's Henry Felix. GBP AUD. Okay, so this one, I'll probably look at going down with it and see how we can take it from there. Taking it from, unless we missed it, but I'd look at taking it from the top there at that key level using this candle. But now because of the size of this range, it's too big, so I'll probably drop down to even a lower time frame, 5 minute, just to find an ideal level. And there's a massive wick there, and if this doesn't work, I'll use my fibs to just go 50% way, which is still a bit too big, but we can't really. So I'll look at something along these ranges. And remember now, the reason why we go for these small stop loss ranges is to take advantage of the swing. So I mean, if price goes your way for even 5 minutes or 10 minutes, you're already 2 hours up and you're already broke even. You're literally done with the trade. So the further it goes into your direction, the better it is. And that's also why we don't use sell limits. We use stops only. We're trying to take advantage of the momentum. So this is how this trade would look. Okay, there we go. Hopefully we didn't miss it. I'm hoping we didn't miss it. So that's where we are. Just make it a bit bigger. And then we'll target this level here. Sorry about that. We would target this level here. But as you guys know, taking partials at 3R, 3R, 5R, 8R, 10R. But now we recently changed that to 1R, we move stop to break even. 2R, we close 50% of the trade. 5R, we close the next 20%. And then we'll be left with 10%, which we close at 8R, and then the rest we just let run. But it also depends on the market, guys. If you're following the premium channel and the free channel, like this, which will probably go in the free channel, as the market keeps progressing in the day, I'll post something about it, and we'll probably even change the partials or move stuff to break even, depending on how it's moving and how close we are to news and so forth. But we don't have any big news today that's going to affect us, so we are good to go. So this is how I'll approach GA. And then we've got GJ, probably going to have the same direction. Where is my GJ? There we go. always starting at the top, taking it down from there. This was a beautiful trade. Yeah, this was beautiful. I think we hit 4R. Yeah, but now we don't really have anything beautiful to trade from. And then if we, let me just remove this analysis. Then if we drop down to the hourly chart, okay, so if we were to take this from a lower time frame, this is how it would look. I'll probably look at taking a buy, but now there's two levels here that I'm not liking. So let's see. We're not going to force a trade, guys, so that's something we're not going to do. But I would probably look at a buy, and because we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, I'd look at taking it at literally the lowest level possible. And this is the 1 minute, by the way, so let's look at doing it like that. I'll look at a buy from this level. And so even if I was to trade this, it wouldn't be a good R target for me. It's go to 15 minute, sorry, 5 minutes then. Okay, that's how it would look. So the reason I wouldn't take this trade is because of the range. I mean, it's a 6R. I mean, if you go halfway, it's 3R, which is really not a good target. If it was 10R, then at least I know that even if the trade goes halfway, then we'd hit 50%, which would be 5R. But this is how it would look. So I wouldn't recommend it, but this is how it would look. And then let's see. Someone wants us to look at the VIX 75. Damn, I've never traded that, ever. Do we even have it? Doesn't look like it. We've got the standard VIX S&P 500. I don't see 75 here. Let's see the volatility index. There's a 60. Let's see. VIX 90. I really wonder where people find these. But people are making a lot of money out of them. Because the volatility is crazy. Okay, let's just do the standard VIX here, and then hopefully that'll be fine. 1 hour, let's see how that looks. Okay. This I would look for a buy, but also, yeah, see, Justin Miles says it's not here unless I look for a different site. So it's pretty unfortunate, but anyway. So this I'd look for a buy at this level at the bottom here, of course. And we got a very nice VIX trade the other day, actually, pretty nice one. I'll post it on our Instagram. I think it was it 80? Was it 50R? I'm not sure. Okay, so this I would watch this candle. I'd also watch. Okay, let's see. I'd watch this level, dropping down to the 15. That's a massive gain. I think that's probably why I don't like trading these. You get these weird wicks. I mean, look at that. But when it moves, eh? When it moves, it really moves. Okay, so I'll trade this from this level. The reason why I would pick this level is because, I mean, there's not pretty much range here that we'd look at. And just so the trade could probably trigger. And we're using this stop loss range to cover this wick as well. So this is how I would target this trade if I was trading it, of course. Yeah, there we go. And then we've got USD CHF. Someone wants us to look at the USD CHF. Let's see what we've got there. Yeah, we missed this. Oh wait, no, this is one that it's actually currently running. Sorry, it's currently running this one. We're still looking at buy, still looking at it going up. So I think, Justin, you should probably be in this trade from yesterday. So with this trade, we are targeting, this is the first target point, and then this is the second one all the way at the top there. So once we get to these levels, then we'll look at adjusting and then managing the trade properly. And then because we're on break even and only a certain portion is running, once it drops below these levels, we'll look at a buy and then targeting an entry below these levels. And yeah, but for now it's still running. So this would be the next ideal point. It should be something along this range. And then the next one would be, let's see. The next one would be from this level, going all the way down. So these are potential entry points that I would probably look at as well. And because of this momentum that we're using, it either triggers and we're out very quickly with a very small stop loss, or it doesn't trigger at all. So usually we get one that don't trigger, which works for us. But yeah, so these are the potential next few trades that we're looking at for the USD Swiss franc. So we don't know when they'll trigger. It might spend some time here. It might, but yeah, if it does get here, we're gonna buy. If it does get to the top, we're gonna sell. If it does get to those levels, we're gonna sell. So those are the good tier of areas that we'll be looking at. But for now, we're managing this one, hoping it gets to this level, and yeah, work from there. Okay, we are 30 minutes left into the London Open. So let's see what else we can take a look at. Bitcoin. Yeah, this is another unfriendly pair, by the way. It's very, very unfriendly. Okay, so on the daily, it hit our nice mark here. Okay, let's see. Drop down again to the lowest time frame. See what we've got in these levels. We're looking at that point. Let me just do that. Okay, so we're looking at that level. There's a level here that is unfriendly. Probably looking at a sell. And remember now, we want momentum. So you'd want price to pass your level and then come back down, triggering your trade and then dropping down. So yeah, that's how we usually want the trades to go. And then we would target these levels here. Making sure that we cover that wick there. So looking at something along these ranges. Awesome, guys. So yeah, any more questions, guys, just drop them on the side there, and then we would answer them and take it from there. Guys, I'm gonna look at the last one, and then the rest I'm gonna drop in the premium channel. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and spread the word, guys. Euro USD. Let's see what we've got. I think we had a buy on this one. Yeah, which also messed up our day, but it's the markets. It's what they do. Yeah, there we go. So this one, we are still looking at a buy. The issue now is we're looking at these wicks here that are causing some havoc, but they are there. But there's a massive amount of liquidity on the top here, and also looking at these imbalances here as well. So we've got some nice potential trades that are coming from this. Still waiting for this to trigger, and eventually, if it does, we're gonna get a very nice move. And remember, guys, just make sure you watch your risk management. We are not aiming for perfection. We're simply just aiming for consistency. So even if we get 3 trades right and then we lose 5, we would make money. That's the motto, guys. That's how we want to trade. The market is a beast on its own, so you don't want to go on a personal battle with it. Take what you can, get out. Once your trade is in the zone, once your trade gets into the green, you literally move your partials, take your partials, move your stop, keep moving with it until you get to the point where it's just running on its own and you are sitting there minding your own business, diving in the greens. Okay, so this is how the Euro USD is probably going to look. The stop loss is a bit too big, but it's because of these wicks here that we have. But we'll see how it works out. Like I mentioned, we'll wait for price to come down and then do that. There we go. So that's the last one that we're looking at. So ideally I want to take at least 5 of these or even 8 a month of these type of trades, and then the rest you can get your 5R, 8R, and yeah, that would be very nice. You can probably even take just that one trade. There we go. Okay, so we should be right now. And then you'd also look at watching these areas here. Even this one here, you'd want to look at it. But by the time price gets here, guys, we are literally gone. I mean, we are in the wind. We're pulling a Forrest Gump now. At 4R, you watch price. So usually when you start finding these type of areas, you want to make sure that by the time price gets to these levels that you're watching out for, you've taken as much as you can from the trade. Even if you leave 10% or 15%, doesn't really matter, because by the time you get to a 3R or 2R, 5R, taking 50% off, you already made more than double your risk. And then you watch what it does with the remaining. And then if it does tank down, you can re-enter the trade again, and you'd be at a good position. So there we go, guys. That's it for this session. I'll catch you guys again on Monday. I see Craft Constanza is asking if you're identifying levels or is it just order blocks. So we're just identifying levels here. We're trying to pick sensitive areas where the market is most probably going to turn, or you are going to get a bit of a slag. Because what price does is every time it gets to these nice areas here, it doesn't just smash through them. It barely does that. And when it does, you're getting a nice, it's getting wicked nicely. So we wanted to pass the level and then would enter at the level below, and then it's going to come back down. And if it was intended to break this level, probably come back down a bit and go back up. But by the time it does this, we've taken as much as we can from this. So that's ideally how we want to target or approach the market. So yeah, key levels, order blocks, and yeah, taking it from there, guys. Any more questions, guys, drop them. And also I want to share something with you guys. So if you see in our free channel, you'd see that we would have I think I shared this yesterday as well. You'd see that we would have multiple partials. So ideally it's like 4. So what you'd want to do, there's a calculator that I'll share with you guys, a risk management calculator that I'll show you guys hopefully this weekend. It allows you to actually set your it'll allow you to set your partials in such a way that even if you get wicked in, you would be closed out. So in other words, even if price, say for example, let me just close this. So even if price, let's say this is our partial. So let's say we're taking a partial at this level. what would happen now, because of this wick, by the time you see it, it will be gone down already. So I see a lot of people missed that with USD Swiss franc and gold yesterday. So when you use the calculator, because these levels are already partitioned, it'll wick in, close the trade, and then come back down. So you'd be out of the trade. And because we are following the partials zones where we take that's 50%. I keep changing these, by the way, depending on the pay. So 50%, and then 15, and then 15, and then 10. So this 50% will automatically get closed out. You'd be out of the trade, even if you didn't see that happening. Even if it happens very quickly, you'll be out of the trade. And then the balance will be remaining, and your job will literally just to be to get on the charts or get on your trading platform and only move your stop. So that's ideally how you'd use a free platform to get this done. And then premium ones, there's quite a lot that you'll pay for, which you can use to manage these. So fortunately, there's a chap in Trading Nut, of course, he's helping us to develop a tool which will actually make this easier. So what it's going to do now is, once you've got your setup, once you've got your entry, let me make this a bit bigger so you guys can see. So for example, once you've got your entry and your stop, what it will do is, because you can't use limit orders, it will wait for this level to be passed before it places the stop. Once the stop is placed, it will come back and trigger your entry. And then once it triggers your entry, it'll keep going up. And then once we hit 1R, it'll move your stop to entry. It'll move your stop to the entry level. And then once you get to 1R, and keep going up, and then once you get to 3R, it'll close down 50% of your trade, and then move your stop to 1R. And then once it just keeps climbing with you, basically moving a bit of the what's this, your risk management, actually making it a bit more auto instead of manual. And I see some of the guys were actually wondering, the times that we trade, because we're watching the charts and we've got alerts, you'll get all these random texts, and you'll be missing them and rushing to the MetaTrader. By the time you get to MetaTrader or your trading platform, the trade is gone. So yeah, hopefully that'll help. Any more questions, guys, just drop them there. But now we're getting ready to get into the London session and taking advantage of what we can. I will post these into the free channel, and then post the rest into the premium. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and yeah. So let's do that. Oh, there's like 10% missing here. Anyway, you let that run. Cheers, guys. Have an awesome day. Happy trading.